Hey guys, this segment of the video is pretty much just me showing off what I was able to get done by leveling up during this finale or, this whole series. The first thing is I got all of the submachine guns to max prestige. I don't have I don't have all of the things open for them, but everything submachine gun is max prestige. Um, yeah, so you can see that there, as well as if we run over, because this is pre-recorded, because this was done late and I forgot to record the audio. I maxed out Prestige 4 Airborne, and the other ones are still Prestige 0. So there you go, guys. LS Dark Dragon here, bringing you guys the finale to Road to First Prestige. Yeah, in this video, we are actually going to be prestiging. This is the match beforehand, before I hit max, I believe, that we will see. Or this is the match after I hit max. I can't remember. But we're going to go ahead and get talking. We have a good 16-minute video ahead of us. So we're going to go ahead. I'm working on the bar. I don't know. I can't remember if we did good or not during this match. But this is the one that was recorded right before or as I hit level 55. So this is the finale, guys. This is the finale to Road to First Prestige. First things first, I need to know if you guys want to see a Road to Second Prestige. You guys need to put a like on this video and comment down below. If not, then it's just gonna go to pretty much a game where I play one-off multiplayer matches, and the only other series you could expect from this game would be the campaign playthrough after our current Gears. Gears of War will be coming out tomorrow, just letting you guys know, so don't you worry, little heads, about that. That is still coming. And now that Road to Prestige is over, it will also be coming probably a lot sooner and more frequently if you guys do not want a Road to Prestige 2. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about my experiences playing the game. It's really fun. The only reason why I don't want to jump right into a season 2 of Prestige is because I know viewer retention is really down on these videos for some reason, and I don't know why. I mean, to me, it's a really fun game, and this ties into I enjoy this game, and I would love if everybody was getting as many positive reviews and retention and interactions that, well, first off, that the live streams are getting, but secondly, that like the Gears of War videos are getting. Gears of War 1 Ultimate Edition is sitting with 30, 40 plus views or something like that, and that's an old school game, but yet this brand new Call of Duty with multiplayer matches and stuff like that, it's barely, not even breaking 20 unless it's a live stream, which it's barely breaking 20. So like I said, this is just gonna go put on the back burner, and if you guys don't let me know that's what you want, then it's not gonna come up unless it's a one-off, like, hey guys, this is a cool match, or I want to just talk to you guys about something, and this happens to be the game I'm playing. But this game is the best Call of Duty that's come out in many years. Like, my opinions, like, we hit, my first Call of Duty was in World at War or Modern Warfare Remastered. Not Remastered, Modern Warfare, COD 4 or World at War. I don't remember which one. I was really young. I don't remember. Off the top of my head, I don't even remember which one came out first, to tell you the God's honest truth. But I remember going to my friend's house, sitting there, and we would play World at War. He didn't have internet, and we just play against each other, and we'd always get mad because somebody was always better than somebody else. So there's a lot of "you cheated" moments. It's just funny. Anyway, but the whole point of it is to, I remember playing with that couch friend feeling back in World at War, and that kind of brings what this feels like to me. It brings the skills, of like the feeling of that to me back. And on top of that, I didn't play online for the first time which of course every time you play online for the very first time you suck. But that was in COD 4, so maybe that's why it wasn't such a more of a memorable game than World at War was. But then of course Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I still at the time, my father he was like, no, video games are bad, video games are evil, you cannot have video game console in this house. So I never got to actually play it. I played it, but I never actually got to own a copy and try to play online. It wasn't until the release of Black Ops and my parents' divorce, in which I was able to obtain my very first gaming console outside of a Game Boy Advanced. Yeah, and I'm talking the like old school Game Boy Advance, not Game Boy SP, but one step up from a Game Boy Color. And I got Call of Duty Black Ops, and I fell in love with the zombies. I fell in love with everything. Of course, I knew of zombies already because of World at War, but we only played on knock. And back then, we could only get to, like, we thought it was cool if we made it to, like, round 5. So, you know, we weren't really that great. But, so then so I started playing online, and I started sucking it up. And then I eventually went out and collected all the different Call of Duties up to World at War and COD 4. I played Modern Warfare 2, which was really great, and then Modern Warfare 3 kind of dropped the ball for me. Black Ops 1 at the beginning of the launch, it wasn't very good in my opinion, but they polished it out. Modern Warfare 2 was great game, but I didn't play it in its prime, which was sad. But then playing all those games, then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and then Infinity Ward dropped that, and I felt like they dropped the ball, and I didn't think it was as good as Modern Warfare 2, but it was still a decent game. But that, in my opinion, that's when Infinity Ward started falling downhill and really like losing their ball when it came to their games. And then after Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2 came out, and that was one of my all-time that is my all-time favorite Call of Duty, because they switched up the game. They went to like a futuristic boots on the ground style. They tried something new, and it worked, but it wasn't enough change to get everybody to be like, hey, this is different. So the community starts bitching and crying that they want something different. Well, then Call of Duty Ghost comes out, and that was kind of a complete disaster in my opinion. The campaign was alright. I know people were still waiting for a second of campaign, and the multiplayer was alright, but it could have been better in my opinion. But this is just my opinion, of course. This isn't a fact. This is just me talking to you guys, since it's the finale, of course. But then Call of Duty Ghost came out, and then after Ghost, they announced a third developer, and that developer was, of course, Sledgehammer, who made this game. And the community was in such an uproar about wanting change. Sledgehammer delivered it, and we went into the futuristic genre. We went super futuristic. We had wave laser guns, we had jetpacks, we had boost jumping, and for a while the community went nuts. And it was so different because we had so many years of this boots on the ground, and we had so many of the similar thing that the community went nuts about it. But after a while, the community finally decided to split, and you had the people who hated it and who were against it. And at this time, I was still for it, because this is what we asked for. The community asked for something different, and the Sledgehammer, the new kids on the block, were like, hey bro, we're listening to you, and we're going to give you what you want, and we're going to try to make the best of what we can. And then so that game went out. Then they even did zombies. They even brought in a zombie every year title, which at the same time was kind of like iffy, because Exo Zombies wasn't my favorite zombies out of the different iterations that we've had. Treyarch Zombies will always be my favorite zombies. And then, of course, now I would say with different iterations, I would have to say that the COD World War II zombies, going back to the roots of Nazi zombies, is so far my second favorite. and then Infinite Warfare Zombies, and then Exo Zombies. But anyway, going back, so then Black Ops 3 comes out, and again, they're changing the game, they're trying to balance the jumping, they're listening to community feedback, but you know, at this point, the whole supply drops fiasco happened. It made it worse with there not being variants. The supply drops weren't balanced. Call of Duty went through a really dark period in which they pretty much didn't know if their foot was in front of them or behind them, basically. And the community got dark. A lot of people left because of the supply drops or the futuristic aspect of the game. Everybody got tired of it. I will not lie. Towards the end of Black Ops 3's life cycle, I moved away from multiplayer and got more into the zombie side than I did the multiplayer side. And that was honestly the first Call of Duty in which I did that. Normally they're a balance where I'd play both game modes, but towards the end of Black Ops 3, I was just done with the futuristic aspect of it. And then we move into Infinite Warfare, which again, we all know the reactions to that with how everything is. And from this point on, you're just gonna see me like go around and prestige and try to get the thumbnail and everything. But I'm gonna just go ahead and keep talking, and you guys can keep watching. But then you go ahead and go into them trying to fix everything, and they said that they're gonna go so futuristic that it was gonna make Black Ops 3 look like it was boots on the ground, old school game, and the viewer retention immediately showed that with the launch trailer. It just, people weren't happy, and you know, it really sucked. I was interested in the game for the zombie side of things, but as well as they called it a grittier game. It was supposedly supposed to go back to like change a little bit and like just enough to it still be futuristic, but I'm sorry, the phone is ringing, and I don't know where that's at. One second, guys. Okay. Anyway, so then we move into this game, and they brought it back. They brought it back to boots on the ground. They brought it back to gritty World War II, back to its roots, which the first Call of Duty games were World War II. They changed the game, like me and my friends have talked about. It seems like they took a lot of the prized decisions from different games like Overwatch and Destiny and of course other Call of Duty games, and stuck them together into this game. Every positive thing that the top games have right now is stuck in this Call of Duty. You know, like with headquarters being the tower from Destiny, with instead of having a final kill cam, it has I imagine if you're in a big lobby, by the way, that would show above for everybody. But if you were instead of a final kill cam, it's a play the game. There's class-based systems, you know what I mean, with different class-based perks. So they kind of made it, you know. Oh yeah, and you get a special helmet for prestiging. So I think that they did really good, and the zombies of this is really good. They brought it back to the scary, gritty, you know, not so cartoony, goofy zombies, which I love. I love that so much that, you know, this game is just, it's really worth the pickup. Like I said, I wasn't going to pick this up. I picked this game up only because my subscribers and my viewers in my live streams requested it, which is also another reason why I'm very confused on viewer retention. But now I'm in love with it. I don't care if, you know, you guys don't want to watch it anymore. I'm still gonna play the game and enjoy it. but I just had no intentions on picking it up before that, you know. And of course, we still have the campaign to look forward to, which, like I said, this is going to move on. But this brings us to the finale, guys, of Road to First Prestige. And pretty much you see everything that I have acquired during the first Prestige, and you know, all that fun stuff I've prestiged. Well, you'll see in a little tidbit towards the end. After this clip, it'll cut and it'll have another audio segment, and it'll tell you pretty much everything that I've obtained. So, and all I have to say, guys, is if you want more, I was excited, but if you want more, let me know. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Go follow me on Twitter. Go follow me on Facebook, as well as hit the little notification button, the little bell, so you get up-to-minute notifications of when I go live, whenever I can go live or post a video. And of course, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, and we're gonna close it with this supply drop.
Okay, it's been a long week, so fuck it, I'm trying to let loose. You can find me jumping up on couches like my name Tom Cruise. I'm trying to get the money fast and then double that. I like what I see, girl, double tap. She can't front cause she fuck with that. She got the D like she flunked in class. I'm in my zone, they wanna compete but they never come close. Always in the lab with nothing to show. The future is bleak, my future is hope. Always on the grind, it's out of control. Ain't enough time, so I need a clone. Haters love me but they say that they don't. Your girl wanna get with me down on the low, so I be sipping on that potion. Sipping on that potion, act so reckless with the money, you would think